Linda asked him to come back to her bedroom and she helped him get in her bed. She put his arm back on and then took her blouse and shorts off. He noticed he was right again, nothing on under the shorts. She got a towel and put it down on his leg stump and under her. She got in bed with him and they kissed for some time. She then turned his hooks up and asked him to see if he could get the tampon out, then get her off again like he did last night, with his hooks. She spread her legs and raised herself up on her knees so he had better access to the string. He finally got hold of it but could not put any pull on it to get it out. His prosthetic arm was not meant to apply downward force. She said no problem. She had forgotten about that and pushed on his arm and the tampon came out. The tip had just a very slight amount of discoloration on it. She sat back down on her thighs and Gil started in on her pussy. He was much better at maneuvering the arm and hooks around to stimulate her and she came several times in about 30 minutes. While she was coming down she had her head on his shoulder for a few minutes. He noticed that she was starting to bleed on the towel and said something. She said sorry and he said nothing to be sorry about. He just did not want her to get any on her sheets. She folded the towel under her and Gil was able to get his arm up and grab her nipple with his hooks. She put one hand over the hooks and pulled them tighter to her and they kissed for several minutes. He finally released her and she grabbed the towel between her legs and went into the bathroom. She was back out in a few and helped him into his chair and took him to Dom's bathroom. He peed and then got into bed. She kissed him good night and returned to her room. She had never touched his cock tonight. After she got in bed she got one of her toys from the nightstand and slid it in beside her tampon. She felt very full as if Gil was in her. She soon came, withdrew the toy and went to sleep. Dom got home and found Gil still awake. She pulled the sheet back and found him long and hard. She held his gaze as she undressed. She said sorry and went into the bathroom, got rid of her pad and tampon and jumped in the shower. She and Linda always took a shower after they got home so they did not bring anything home from work. She quickly washed, dried and returned to the bedroom with the towel she just used. She folded it and put it under Gil's rear knowing that what she wanted would be messy. She got in bed with him and straddled him kissing her way down to his rigid pole. She took him in her mouth and down her throat. She had finally mastered getting it all the way in. She had brought some lubrication with her telling him that the tampon dried her out and she did not want to rub him the wrong way. They laughed as she applied some to him. She scooted back a little more and guided his cock into her pussy. He slid in easily and she just sat for a couple of minutes enjoying the fullness of him in her. He flexed his quadriceps and she could feel it and started moving up and down on him. The extra lube felt very good to both of them and even though Dom wanted to make it last, she came and took Gil with her. He surprised her and kept hard and she was able to get another one and then he went soft. The mixture of their fluids ran out onto the towel and Gil had a lot on him. Dom put another towel she had between her legs and wiped him off with the bath towel. He asked if he could join her in the shower and she said she would enjoy that. She helped him into his regular pushchair and into the shower. After he was on the bench, she rinsed them off and then washed them. Jill said he wished he could get her off again and they noticed that her stimulation with the washcloth had produced another usable erection. She repeated last night and got on his hard holding onto the grab bars. She came quickly but Gil did not. He said no problem. It was hers to do what she wanted with it. They kissed for some time then she got off him, washed again and douched. She dried them off, put a towel down in bed for her and they went to sleep with wide smiles on their faces.